At this time, please welcome Andrew Bird, Student Government Association Cabinet Member and graduating finance major in the Lacey School of Business, to offer his remarks on commencement.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, family, friends, and of course, my fellow graduates. It's a lot more people in here than a typical classroom presentation, I'll give you that. Standing here today, I can't help but think back to the first time I set foot on Butler's campus. Like many of you, I arrived filled with excitement, but also uncertainty, wondering if I'd made the right choice, if I'd find my place, if I'd truly be ready for what was ahead. 4 years later, I've come to understand that Butler isn't just a university. It's a community built on something different. That something is the Butler way, a commitment to teamwork, selflessness, and personal accountability. If my time here has taught me anything, it's that these values don't just exist in our athletics program. They define our entire Butler experience. I know the Butler way can sound like a buzzword, something that gets said on every tour and printed on every brochure. But my hope today is that by sharing my journey, I can show how these values play out in real, tangible ways. Not just in classrooms or club meetings, but in friendships, sacrifices, and decisions that shape who we become. Butler doesn't just teach these values, it lives them. And through that, it teaches us how to live them too. Freshman year laid the groundwork for one of the most important lessons I've learned. Success doesn't happen alone. It happens with a team. I was balancing the transition to college life while still holding on to my high school serving job, working every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In those early days, I often felt like I was figuring everything out on my own, navigating new classes, making new connections, and even questioning whether Butler was the right place for me. At one point, I seriously considered transferring. However, instead of walking away, I decided to lean in. I found my team, people who pushed me forward even when I wasn't sure I was ready. The Financial Management Association became the first real sense of belonging, not just as a club, but as a group of people who shared my passion for finance and personal growth. That's also where I met Dr. Tom Hansen, someone whose guidance has been instrumental in shaping my path. There was one weekend I remember particularly well. I had just finished a long shift and I was debating whether or not to apply for a leadership position in FMA. I felt like I was too new and too inexperienced. However, something inside me told me to try. That moment set everything in motion. By the end of my first year, I took a chance and I ran for vice president. It was the first lesson in the power of teamwork. I wasn't just working for myself anymore. I was stepping into a role where others were counting on me. That experience laid the foundation for everything that followed. If freshman year taught me how to trust a team, then sophomore year taught me how to lead one. Sophomore year brought more challenges than I could have imagined. I moved into an 8-person pod in Fairview, Butler Sophomore Residence Hall, which was its own test of patience and cooperation. Academically, I pushed myself even harder, adding accounting as a second major. At times, I was stretched thin, balancing student leadership, coursework, and the pressure of securing an internship. But the Butler way teaches us that success isn't just about personal achievement. It's about elevating all of those around us. That's why I focus on making FMA stronger, spearheading the inaugural Chicago trip, which connected students with alumni in the finance world. Seeing that event continue for 3 years since has been one of my proudest moments, not because it benefited me, but because it created opportunities for other students. That year, I also got my first real taste of setbacks. I faced rejections from internships, moments of doubt about my career path, and the occasional frustration of balancing ambition with reality. But Butler taught me that personal accountability means owning both the wins and the losses. Those setbacks forced me to adapt, learn, and keep pushing forward. And eventually, they led to something even bigger. After learning to put the whole team first, junior year was about prioritizing myself second, as a more selfless individual. This year took me far beyond the Butler campus, all the way to New Jersey for my 6-month co-op at Johnson & Johnson. It was an incredible opportunity, but it was also a tough one. I missed an entire semester on campus, which meant I had to watch from a distance as all of my friends enjoyed all the Butler traditions, on-campus events, and general everyday moments that I wouldn't get back. For the first time, I experienced what it meant to sacrifice personal comfort for long-term growth. It wasn't easy for me, and there were definitely times I felt isolated, having to balance a demanding job with the feeling that I was missing out. But I reminded myself why I was there. The co-op wasn't just about me. It was about paving the way for future Butler students to land similar opportunities. It was about proving that our work ethic, our values, and our way of doing things matter in the real world. Along the way, I reconnected with a teammate who made that experience even more meaningful. This person is Hannah Edmonds, a fellow Butler finance major who also was selected for the J&J Co-op. Having someone from Butler with me reminded me that even when we step away from campus, the Butler way stays with us. Hannah, I'm so grateful that we met during Welcome Week freshman year, and I can't wait to see all that you do in the future. When I returned for the spring semester, I faced a new challenge, reintegrating into campus life. Friendships had changed and dynamics felt different. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that real relationships grow through honesty and understanding of one another. And one of the biggest surprises to me on my return was strengthening my friendship with Jake Leibner, a roommate I've known for years but had never truly connected with until our own life circumstances and growth brought us together. Jake has helped me realize the importance of stepping back from my constant focus on academics and career, showing me what it means to truly live in the moment and to learn to prioritize myself, something that I had taken for granted for too long. So, Jake, I sincerely thank you for being there and always having words of wisdom to help me through situations I faced. I know you will continue to do great things in your life, and I hope to be there to celebrate future victories with you. Overall, junior year showed me that sometimes growth requires stepping away from what is familiar, and that even in moments of uncertainty, we're never truly without a team. Senior year brought everything full circle. Now, we're no longer just team members. We are the ones others look up to. As seniors, we take on a different role. We become the mentors, the leaders, the ones who set the tone for all of those who come after us. My final year at Butler was defined by this sense of responsibility. As president of FMA this year, a member of Butler's Student Government Association's executive cabinet, and someone preparing to transition into a full-time role at J&J, I knew my actions carried weight. The Butler way is about more than personal success. It's about how we uplift all of those around us. This year, I focused on giving back. I helped establish new initiatives through student government, supported my peers, and made sure the same opportunities that shaped me were available to others. Whether it was organizing professional development events, planning finance trips, or just making time to talk to peers navigating their first interviews, I wanted to lead by example. Looking back, I realized every moment of struggle, every setback, and every win was a lesson learned, and it wasn't just about me. It was about all of us. It was about the friends who kept me grounded, the professors who challenged me, and the community that never let me give up. So, as we leave here today, my challenge to all of us is this. Carry the Butler way forward. Let's take what we've learned here, teamwork, selflessness, and personal accountability, and apply it to everything we do. Whether we're stepping into the workforce, continuing education, or chasing a dream, let's remember that our success is never just our own. It's built on mentorship, guidance, and support of those who came before us, and now it's our turn to do the same for those who come next. Before I close, I want to take a moment to thank God. My faith has anchored me through moments of doubt, stress, and uncertainty. I believe that every high and low had a purpose, and that I was never walking through this journey alone. I'm deeply grateful for the strength and peace I found through him, especially during times when I didn't have the answers. Thank you, Butler, for the lessons, the friendships, and the memories. And to all the graduates, congratulations. Let's go forward and show the world the Butler way.